Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm doing a recap of my trade on January 12th, and I realized that right now, while I'm recording this, on the bottom right corner here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's January 17th, and I'll probably upload it today as well. It's taken me some time to get to these trade recaps. I do record it the morning of, and I just put it back in the back of my head to do it later, but then keep forgetting. But here we are. We're just gonna do a bunch of videos today and try to keep up. I'll try to be more on time on the video upload and show you guys the real time analysis, so that way it's fresh in my mind. I know exactly what I'm gonna tell you guys. I know exactly how the market was being that day. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look into January 12th's trade. Now, if you can see my chart here, I normally have Thinkorswim in my analysis charts on my other monitors, and I have my levels posted there. You can kind of see it over here to the right side, but I had pre-market targeted up here, and I kind of fast forwarded this video about like 5 or 7 minutes past opening bell. And you can see pre-market's right here where my cursor's at. And so we barely tapped it, but didn't break it completely when the opening bell rang. Now, a part of my strategy is pre-market levels, and it's targeting a break uh, 10 to 40 points past the break of these pre-market levels. Okay, so generally, if it doesn't break it the first time, the price is gonna come back to it like a magnet, and we don't know if that's going to be the second or third time it's going to break and get those additional points, but majority of the time it's going to come back second, third, sometimes even a fourth, and finally run up all the way to 40, or it might even cap off to only 20 points. Some days I've seen that, but it will overshoot. So right here, I was being patient. The bell rang, it shot up a little, but I didn't get in the trade yet. um, I wanted a pullback, and right here you can see my trend line drawn. I was expecting price to come back to this trend line, bounce off of it, and then come running back up here. And pretty soon, I'm going to fast forward just a tad bit. You can see price skyrocketing back up. We're getting rejected at that trend line, and again, I'm targeting pre-market high. uh let's see, I don't hold for that complete overshoot. I'm trying to with this PA, I'm trying to make it to that little buffer zone where it's safe, and the live trailing drawdown doesn't affect me anymore, because I do like to hold. I try to get 15 to 20 points. Sometimes I have to settle for a 10-point move, but if you're going with big size, or even just one contract, if I'm up 20 points and then all of a sudden it price retraces back to break even, that's still a loss in Apex prop firm rules, right? Because you had a chance to take all those profits, but you didn't, and that's part of the live trailing drawdown. Is that 20 points that were profits is now 20 points negative because I didn't take that trade off the table. Now you can see here I'm trying to adjust my stop. I'm trying to gauge where to exactly put it. This big red candlestick is kind of my signal bar to enter, so ideally I would have put it a tick or two just below that, and that would really define my risk to reward. So let's see, I was risking 20 points to get 20 points, so it's not a bad trade. And again, if you watch my previous video where I show you the issues I have with Apex, I'm taking it slow, just one contract at a time. Rithmic connection has been kind of iffy, so it's caused me to lose two PAs. So I just have the one PA now, and I'm taking it nice and slow. I'm trying to get to that buffer zone to where the live trailing drawdown doesn't matter anymore. And I have a 50K account, so I believe that's gonna be at like $2,600 above the starting balance, so it should be $52,600. And my goal is here, if I build it up slow enough to I'd say $4,500 to $5,000 above the starting balance. Then I'm gonna start scaling up slowly. I'll bump it up to 2 contracts, and then eventually 3, then so on and so forth. For my account size, I know they max out at um, 10 contracts total for the minis. So eventually we'll get there with these prop firms that have a live trailing drawdowns. Just kind of slow and steady wins the race. I don't want it biting back to me, because I have lost evals too, just from the live trailing. I didn't necessarily go in the negative, but because I didn't take profits right away, it went against me, so I ended up losing those evals. But you can see this trade's still working in my favor. We're moving our stop to break even. That's kind of a rule I have now at 10 points. I got to lock in at least break even, not go negative, because I don't want to lose this account. This is the one thing. I don't mind losing an account to my own terrible trading, but losing an account to technical issues, now that's a pain in the ass. Now here you can see the overshoot, and we hit our targets. Eventually, it comes out to be like just under 19 points. I should have rose it up a little higher, but we take what we can get, and we ended up that day with $365. And I think the next few recordings I'm going to show you guys, the next recaps, I've started a new challenge with my funded futures. Okay, we're going to work on getting funded with them. I bought their expert account for the 150K account challenge, and basically I got to hit 12 grand, and I'll show you guys my trading with that as well. I try to do it back to back with the Apex. That way I can steer away from Apex and all their issues and terrible customer service. I hate to say it, but it is what it is. I'm making ways to amend the shitty position I'm in, but I want to show you guys my charts real quick on that day I just traded, which was January 12th. Reason why I was leaning to the bullish side was, you can see on the left hand side here, the 5 minute, we were creating a bull flag here, and we bounced off the 9 EMA, and I was shooting for it to go even higher. And then again, we were respecting the trend line I drew earlier. Let me see if I can draw it real quick, and it matches up with the 9 EMA, and we just kept going up higher, and then we chopped around the rest of the day. But the rest of the day doesn't matter to me, because the first hour and a half of the day, that's really where my strategy is the most profitable. And then other times it's just the market does whatever it's want, but I don't care what it does after the fact. I just care about getting my money and calling it an early work day. So that's a quick breakdown of what I thought was going to happen in the markets, and I'll make sure to have more insight and more depth analysis. But let me know in the comment section below how much of an analysis you guys want, and if you guys want me to do a separate video at things I'm looking at every day. I know I briefly mentioned it in the previous videos, but I just quickly go over it whenever I do these recaps to not bore you guys too much. But thanks for watching again. Leave a like and a comment, and let me know what you would like to see moving forward.